apply his
Yes,
brakes?
I remember the brakes coming on, but I don't remember where they came on. I can visually remember his brake lights being on, but I can't remember where.
Was it prior to entering or crossing the threshold of the intersection?
Yes.
All right. Do you remember hearing him skid?
Jeez. I don't remember. No, I don't remember anything.
Did you see any skid marks out there after the
I
accident?
never looked. There was so much going on. My gosh.
Do you know how Ms. Mayer's doing today?
No, sir.
Now, how fast would you estimate that Mr. Matt Castelaw, was going when he struck Ms. Mayer?
Well, it'd be nothing but an estimate, and that's really not what you want.
Why don't you estimate for me? 45 or 50 when he hit her?
Yeah.
All right. Now, as this collision was occurring, what were you doing?
What was I doing?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle lane, and I was driving. As soon as it happened, I remember there being a Winnebago. The only reason I remember there being a Winnebago is because he had a Mississippi State sticker on the back. I passed him and waved, and still in the middle lane, and he was going even slower than 45. He pulled back. Matt was here. He got over. The wreck happened. I was in the middle lane, closer to the light. I got over. As soon as it happened, I got over. I saw it all happen, and got over, and then crossed the light, pulled over onto the shoulder. Light was still green. I had passed the light. I remember exactly the Winnebago passed the light. I'm pulled off onto the shoulder because when I got out, he passed me up. Got out, ran over to the front. I didn't even check to see Matt. I checked to see the lady. And the black guy, the other man, standing there in front of the car. I was standing beside him. He was looking down. And the guy had squatted after he had called out to her. There was nothing happening.
So you were able to avoid being involved in the collision, and you went through the intersection.
Correct.
And pulled off to the right in front of where Ms. Mayer came to rest.
Correct.
All right. And then you went over to her car with the other gentleman who was also a witness to the accident?
Correct.
All right. Did you hear him make any statements about what he had seen?
No.
Did you ever talk to him about what he had seen?
No, I never talked to him about what he had seen. I talked to him.
Did you talk to anybody else that was out there that witnessed the accident?
No, sir.
Since that time, you haven't talked with anybody out there?
No, sir, I haven't. No.
All right. Now, do you know why Matt Castelaw, as you see this lady turning in front of you left to right,
Mm-hmm.
do you know why he was moving to the right?
To try to avoid her.
But he was moving in the same direction she was, wasn't he?
Yes.
All right. You would agree with me. If he
Well-
had gone to the left, he would have avoided the collision, wouldn't he?
Oh, I'm not going to say one way or the other. My gosh, this is after everything happened. That's pathetic to say.
Pathetic?
All I do remember, yes, pathetic. He swerved to try to miss her.
Swerved the
One
same
way or the
direction she was going, though.
No,
didn't
she
he?
wasn't. She wasn't. She was paused in the middle lane.
I'm going to object to the extent you're arguing with the witness. Now go ahead. Talk to him.
She had paused in the middle lane.
Did he hit her while she was paused?
No, because she had
He hit her
slowed
while-
down. She had slowed down. He tried to swerve. If she hadn't have sped back up real fast, he probably would have swerved. He probably would have hit her. Not probably would have swerved. Probably would have avoided her.
Right.
Instead, she middle lane. He's right here. She paused in the middle lane. Paused, being stopped. thought about it again. Matt got over to miss her. She went, and right then, right in between the curb lane and the start of that road, whatever that is, past the intersection, obviously. In between that and the road was right there. She was going slow. He swerved, and she went really fast. I mean, she, of course, poured on the gas, and they hit. Now, he did everything in his power.
How long did all of this take?
Oh, my gosh. 10 seconds? 15, 20 seconds?
All right.
I don't know.
Between
It seems like slow motion. To put it into what it really seems like to me would be 5 minutes. To what it really was must have been very short. 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Between 10 and 20 seconds. And that would be from the time that you see her begin her turning movement, stop,
Right.
and then the collision
20
occur.
seconds. In my view, yeah, 20 seconds, 20, 25. It's conjumbled because of the fact that my mind sees it as going really slow. But yes, in realistic terms, making a guess, 25 seconds.
All right. Now, I believe you told me that you've talked with Matt about this accident.
No.
You never have?
No.
Never mentioned it to him?
No, of course. We talked about it limitedly. Glad he's okay, things like that. Never discussed what had happened or anything like that, if that's what you're getting at. No.
Have you talked about this lawsuit?
No.
You haven't?
No.
How long have you been friends with Matt?
3 years, 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
All right. This happened back in '02.
Right.
So you had been friends with him for a couple of years when this accident happened?
Right. I was friends with his younger brother before I was friends with him. Yeah.
All right. Had you ever been over to his house before?
Yes.
Numerous times?
Yes.
You ever spent the night over there?
Sure.
All right. Y'all socially hang out with one another?
Not anymore, but we're still friends.
Why is it that you don't hang out anymore?
Life takes its own journey between people. That's just what happened.
Just kind of going different directions now?
Correct. If I see him, I say, hey, we talk.
All right. Are y'all involved in any church activities together
No.
presently?
No, sir.
Were you then?
We might have been only because we were friends and we were hanging around each other, but no, not only besides Monday night church and maybe Sunday after church. There was no activities during church, no, that we were ever a part of.
All right. What was your understanding of what job Matt had at the church?
Really and truly, now I can't remember.
All right. Do you remember what it was he was doing at Starbucks?
Dropping off some coffee containers or coffee dispensers or whatever they are, the plastic decaf and caffeinated.
Did you go in there with him to do that?
No, I believe I was getting off work. I believe we were just meeting in the parking lot. We were meeting in the parking lot. I never went in.
All right. Did your father come up to the accident scene?
No, sir.
Tell me everybody you remember being at the accident scene.
Josh Gray, Josh's mom. Mike C., which is Matt's brother. His name's Mike Castelaw. Mason Castelaw. Mr. Castelaw, Mrs. Castelaw. People that I know or just everybody?
People that you know
Okay.
or can identify for you.
That would be about it. That's all I can remember.
All right. I want to go back one area to what you saw. And if you don't know, tell me. I don't want you to guess. And I appreciate you being forthright with me about, I don't remember this in a real orderly process. And I understand that. I mean, we don't remember events that way as humans. But as you getting to the intersection, did you have a chance to go, oh my goodness, he's going to hit her?
No.
Okay. Could you tell me, let's look at this diagram together, okay? And this is not real accurate, and I'm not portraying to you that it is, but just for the sake of me trying to understand what you saw, this number one vehicle is Miss Mayer turning left, okay?
Okay.
And if I understand, you would have been traveling in this lane.
Right.
And Matt has moved from here to here to here,
Mm-hmm.
over the course of some distance, correct? Now, how far back from this threshold line, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of the intersection,
Sure.
were you when you saw Matt get over into the curb lane?
I mean, what is that? Here, I would guess.
Well,
For the size of the cars and the size of the intersection, it's all weird, but yes.
well, let's go back to what you were saying, car lengths. 10 car lengths, 15 car lengths, do you remember?
No. I was making an estimate. I was making a guess.